Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. So, are we looking at Iranian attack this weekend? So, this is not the main subject I'm going to be talking about today, actually. So, obviously, I will be talking about this, but my main subject for today, I'm going to be talking about the Iranian president, Pezeshkian, I believe his name is, and he said something really idiotic today, guys. He said something really, really bizarre. He came out on stage and he said China was supposed to finance many things. The finance didn't come. China has abandoned China has abandoned us financially. That was his words that he said. I find that extremely, extremely naive and extremely stupid as a world leader, especially during this time when Iran is just about to be attacked by not China, but by US, by America. And he stands on stage to basically say China is not helping them financially. So I'm going to discuss that in more detail. But first of all, go back to this story. Is America looking to attack Iran this weekend? It does look like it, guys. It does look like it. I mean, they have been putting more than two strike groups, aircraft carrier strike groups near Iran. They have been moving airplanes. They have been doing a lot of logistics, moving tankers, air tankers, which refuel planes. They have been moving around air bases. There's a lot of movement in Jordan Air Base, Qatari Air Base. So it looks like something is happening. And Trump must be spending hundreds of billions of dollars just for logistics alone. You are not going to spend that much amount of money if you're not going to attack. I mean, otherwise, it's just a waste of money. And we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars they're spending just for the logistics, guys. Just moving these, you know, aircraft carrier groups together, paying people's salaries, moving all these airplanes, and moving all the logistics, doing all the planning work. This is going to cost them hundreds of billions of dollars easily. And I think there is an attack coming. I'm not sure if it's going to be this weekend, but all the evidence points to something happening sooner rather than later. I really hope they don't. I really hope Trump has got some sort of common sense to realize an attack on Iran is just going to destroy the American economy. Absolutely going to destroy it because Iran's going to fight back. They're going to cause huge amounts of American casualties in air bases around the Middle East. Things will escalate. Hormuz Strait will be probably blocked, and America's going to be stuck in a long war with Iran. And and everybody knows America does not like long wars. Look what happened in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, you name it. They don't like to be in long wars. And eventually, they leave. That's what's going to happen with Iran because Iran's not going to be easily destroyed or by having a regime change. It's not going to be easy, guys. So let's go back to this story that I mentioned. So he came up on stage and he's been saying a lot of ridiculous stuff, guys, mainly bashing China. Extremely, extremely stupid to say these things, especially when there's an American attack happening at any moment. This is the last time, or this is the last thing you need to do when you have an attack coming in from the West. And the last thing you want to do is start bashing your allies or countries that can actually help or countries that are actually helping. China has not left Iran financially. China's been buying 90 or 95% of Iranian oil. No other country is going to buy that because of secondary sanctions. India's not buying that. No other country is buying Iranian oil because they're scared of the sanctions from United States. China buys it because they're not afraid of sanctions from United States. So how is that not helping Iran financially? If China didn't buy Iranian oil or gas, Iran would have collapsed by now. Can you see the ungratefulness that's coming out of this guy's mouth? And somebody mentioned that it was Rouhani that refused Chinese investment. So there was an investment of 400 billion, I believe, China and Iran agreed to. And China has actually put a lot of money in. We're talking hundreds of billions. It could even be up to 400 billion, could be not be less than that. Who knows? But I know that China has invested huge amounts of money in Iranian infrastructure, in Iranian oil infrastructure and gas infrastructure. One of the reasons, excuse me, one of the reasons Iran's oil and gas output has been rising over the years is because they have been, China's been providing them with a lot of technology, a lot of turbines, and a lot of investment into their refineries, into the oil infrastructure, gas infrastructure. And China's been buying all of that oil and gas. So why would he say something like that? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think this guy is an Iranian Israeli mole or some sort of Israeli spy. The guy previous to him, Raisi, was actually quite good. I thought he was a really good Iranian president. I thought he was very, very good. He had a good relationship with China and Russia. And he used to come to China on regular visits. Can you guess how many times this guy came to China? I'll let you guess. On an official visit. On an official visit, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the SCO or I'm not talking about the SCO summit because the SCO summit, if the SCO summit was held in India, he would have gone to India. So it doesn't matter if the SCO summit was held in China or not. So yeah, he came to China, but it was because of SCO. I'm talking about an official visit, state visit. How many times? Zero, guys, zero. Absolutely zero. Come once. How long has he been president of Iran? Couple of years? And he's not come to China once. Their closest ally, supposed to be the closest ally. And how many times have Russia and China met? Dozens of times. So this guy is definitely an anti-Chinese or an Israeli mole. Raisi obviously got killed. There was a helicopter crash, but we know the Israelis, we know Mossad, we know they had something to do with it. Maybe they blew up a pager. Somebody was carrying a pager or something um, in the helicopter, and he exploded, and that caused the helicopter to crash. Who knows? But definitely Mossad had something to do with it. And they killed him because he was a good president for Iran. And they replaced him with this retard. I can't think of any other word to describe this guy, but this guy really is a retard. I'm sorry to say. And if you're an Iranian and you love this guy, then you are brainwashed. I mean, this guy, I mean, as soon as this guy came into power, everything fell apart. They killed off the Lebanese leader. I can't remember his name now, but as soon as this guy came to power, they killed the Lebanese guy. Uh, I can't remember the name, but he was the leader of Hezbollah, and they killed him off as soon as this guy came into power. I think he had something to do with it, and yeah, it's just I think he's just a mole, guys, an Israeli mole. Has he said anything about America attacking Iran, or has he stood up and said, gave a really great speech saying, yeah, we will, you know, we will, we will fight, these invaders, or we will fight the West. So has he said anything like that? No, guys, no, he hasn't. He's completely disappeared. The only person speaking is the Grand Ayatollah Khomeini, and his own, you know, he was completely missing. He was completely missing during the protests. This guy is absolutely useless, absolutely useless. And for him to say that China's not been helping them financially, just at a time when America's about to um, attack them, is absolutely disgraceful, guys. There's a guy on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know him, but his name's D A DAYWW, and he's extremely angry about it, guys. He is extremely angry about it, and he has said that because the mentality of Iran's interaction with China and the United States is clearly distorted. China is supposed to provide a lot of financing, which makes China bad. The United States is about to destroy Iran, and the United States is not bad according to them, which makes the United States good. So what he's trying to say is this guy is basically slamming China for not providing enough financing, and America, who's about to attack Iran, is actually good. He doesn't say anything bad about America. Nothing. This guy is definitely some sort of spy, Israeli spy, put in to destroy Iran. But luckily, Iran is not run by this guy. Iran is pretty much run by the Grand Ayatollah Khomeini, and then you got the IRGC running the military wing. This guy is absolutely useless. I don't know what good he's for, guys. I really don't know what good he is for. And and let me also tell you something, guys. It was well, I know that China has given Iran a lot of financing when it comes to um oil and gas, but also China's providing a lot of money for infrastructure as well. China's building Iranian airports, roads, lots of infrastructure. China is actually helping with Iran. So this guy, he doesn't really know what he's talking about. And secondly, you as a country, you need to be able to, learn, as a country, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and not rely on others, right? So, you need to help yourself rather than wait for other countries to help you. It's not China's job to provide unlimited amount of money to Iran. Why should they do that? They are not close allies, because if they were allies, then this guy would have been in China 10 times a year already, making state visits, making deals. He's not even turned up in China once, guys, not once. And the SCO meeting, let me tell you something about the SCO meeting. This guy turned up late at the SCO meeting, and he wasn't even in the official photos. I mean, this image was from the SCO. He is nowhere to be seen in this image. Nowhere to be seen because he turned up late. And because he turned up late, he didn't even turn up on the state meal or the state dinner. He didn't even turn up. I'm not joking, guys. And then you have all these people from all these Israelis laughing at him because they think that China banned him from the state dinner and banned him from the photos. No, they didn't ban him. He just didn't turn up. And I know for a fact that the Chinese were not very happy with him because he didn't turn up for this official photo, and he didn't turn up for the state dinner. I mean, what kind of leader does that, guys? Especially to your close ally. This guy is doing everything he can to ruin the relationship between Iran and China. What kind of leader turns up late to a state dinner and state photo? I mean, every single country you see here, every single leader in the SCO has turned up on time. Everybody's there. Everybody's talking. Everybody's mixing, building relationships. Where was the Iranian guy? Nowhere. Absolutely joke, guys. Absolutely joke. And this guy has got the balls to say that China should be helping them financially. Why should China help him financially? Why? When he turns up late to the SCO, when he insults the Chinese, doesn't turn up for the state dinner, doesn't go to China once on a state visit, not once, and he's got the balls to say China should help them financially. Well, China is helping them financially. That's the thing, guys. It's not like China said China isn't. It is. It is helping them financially. And who's buying all that oil? Like I said earlier. Absolute joke, guys. Absolute joke. Seriously, you Iranians, man. I'm not talking about all Iranians, but the ones that support this guy. Sort it out. Seriously, sort it out. I mean, I know in Iran there's a lot of pro-Western people still around. A lot of pro-Western people, but the West is trying to destroy you guys. The West is, if this war goes the wrong way, the West could easily nuke you. Seriously, Israel could nuke you. They don't care about Iranians. They don't care if you're pro-West or not. They will nuke you. China and Russia have been the closest allies to Iran. Even now, you have China providing Iran with weapons. They're providing them with ships. They're doing everything they can to kind of stop, Iran getting attacked. And this guy stands up and says these things about China. Seriously, guys, sort it out. Sort it out, guys. I mean, Iran did not buy any Chinese weapons, guys. They did not buy any Chinese weapons before the 12-day war with Israel. I mean, the arrogance. Can you believe the arrogance? China had jets ready to go. They could easily have bought Chinese jets. They could have easily filled up all of Iran with anti-aircraft, Chinese anti-aircraft weapons. They could have bought Chinese helicopters. Instead, they buy these orders from Russia and they wait on it for years. Russia's is in the middle of a war with Ukraine. Their priority is Ukraine. They're not going to, you know, suddenly start selling arms all over the world when they need those arms themselves. Their priority is Ukraine, guys, and these Iranians paid money to Russia for like S-400s, which didn't come, and the latest Russian jets, which Russia's going to take time. Russia doesn't have a major manufacturing like China does. Anybody with any sort of sense would have realized, there's an attack coming. They need jets fast. They need to get anti-aircraft guns all over Iran. How do we do that? Do we pay Russia and wait years for it, or do we pay China and get those deliveries immediately? You pay China and get those deliveries immediately. And this is why in the beginning of the 12-day war, Israel absolutely destroyed Iran. They were literally bombing Iranian sites at will in the first couple of days. And then Iran got their act together. And they didn't get their act together because Iran is technically superior. No, they got their act together because China came in to help and Russia came in to help. And they were providing intelligence, they were providing weapons. It was too late by then, guys. You need to be more prepared. They didn't buy any Chinese weapons before the 12-day war. Can you see the arrogance? They want to take on the West without any Chinese help, without any Russian help. We need allies to survive in this world. Look at the help that Pakistan got from China, and look what they did to India. Absolutely destroyed India. Destroyed Indian French Rafale jets. Shot down 5 or 6 within the first 5 minutes, and they scared the Indians so much that Indians went running to Trump for help. And Trump was so shocked by India's loss, he kicked them out. He says, "I don't want India as friends anymore," because they were hoping India would fight China. And if they can't even beat Pakistan, how good is India to America? How good is India to the rest of the Quad? Zero, zero usefulness. So that's why Trump kicked them out. That's why you see no relationship going on between India and America anymore. So that's all I have to say, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.